And my shit show has started. So anyways, this is the Dominator EFI. I figured I'd do an unboxing video. So pretty much what's going to happen here, I'm going to unbox this, and then in another video I am going to be doing the locating of this and coils onto my car, and then I'm going to be doing the wiring. So pretty much for the time being, I'm going to be running the car on the FAST XFI parallel to this. Pretty much the FAST XFI is going to be running everything. This is just going to be there occupying space while I run all the wires and figure out how I'm going to tackle the whole thing. But yeah, so let's open it up. So yep, there it goes. There's a disc with the software, which this is V4 build 110. I don't know how this works with that might mean that I may have to update the computer itself because I'm running V5 on my laptop. Obviously it tells you to read, which we will do eventually. Comes with a USB cable. It's kind of nice. Oh, geez. This thing's pretty hefty. Really hefty. Comes with some hardware. So right off the bat, I can tell you I'm going to need the power supply harness and also I'm going to be needing, I don't know which way it goes, if it goes this way or that way. Actually, that way. So I'm going to be needing these four, well, maybe this three, because I don't think I'm going to be able to use all of the inputs and outputs that this thing has. So as I have mentioned before, pretty much the whole deal with this is that I'm going to consolidate my methanol and my boost control all into this device. The way that the FAST XFI does it works too, but so anyways, before I lose the sticker, I'm going to put it on because that doesn't look straight. Doesn't look straight. Bam. Anyway, put in the box to the side. The next thing that comes with it, or that you gotta buy separate, but that you need, so it kind of comes in the same order, is the O2 sensor. Billy recommended a NTK, so NTK I went with. And I don't want to open it just because of humidity, but I'm pretty sure it looks like an O2 sensor with a wire and a plug. So yeah. Now the second most important thing about this whole deal here, which actually is a little too big. Oh crap. This is the wiring harness that I'm going to be using. This is what I was saying, I was going to need the other extra plugs because I already have these two. And after going through it, if I remember correctly, this was for the fuel pump, and it has pretty much every single pin available in these two plugs used. So I just have to run them through the car. And the nice thing with this, now the reason why I'm considering doing this rather than just unpinning the caster's box and running it that way, is that these wires are shielded. So the wideband is shielded, the cam and crank are shielded, and then you have the rest of the wires. So this will make a hell of a cleaner signal. I currently have one of those metal magnetic ferrules on my cam and crank wires because there's a lot of noise on it. Anyway, it comes with a bunch of connectors, and I'm probably going to use the majority of those. And worst case scenario, I'm actually going to convert the sensors on my engine to whatever connector came with the kit, rather than trying to reuse the pigtail or whatever. That way it's more updated. Now I have to make a list to remind myself what sensors I'm using, just for future reference. Now, while we're talking about this, I figured that I showed you guys some of the challenges that I'm finding as I'm moving along. So this is a wiring diagram of the stock ECM connectors, and I've pretty much broken them down to where each one of these would have to go here. Now, again, I'm getting rid of the Casper's box, where at least that's in the plan right now. I'm not sure yet. So pretty much what I'm doing is that I'm matching these to these. This is the pin out for the Holley box. So I'm matching these to the different options here, and then I'm going into software and making sure that the switch option is the correct one, whether it's negative, positive, and whatever you have. Now, one of the big issues that I'm encountering is converting the dash, because the Buick has a VSS buffer box, right? And I don't know at what rate this works. If this is a 16 pulse per revolution, then I'm good, because everything out in the market is 16 pulses per revolution, and I think you can make it more. But I'm not sure about that. So, and the reason why I need that signal out of this is so I can run the cruise control, which from the manual, I got this section here that if it doesn't match or it doesn't get the right voltage, it doesn't come on and it doesn't work. And I want to keep the cruise control. Now, some of the other issues that I'm encountering is that I don't want to run 2 or 3 fuses on the same circuit. So I'm marking out like the triple CI and then your ECM. And I'm not sure what other ones of these are going to die in the process, because you also got the fuel injectors. But yeah, there's some of the things that I'm considering while doing this. Another one of those things is the knock sensor. Apparently the Holley actually listens to the sensor, so I'm going to be able to delete the ESC. I'm going to see if there's a way to keep it, because I feel that if this has worked this long, it'll continue to work until it fails, and then I'll probably take the time to try to tune the knock sensor. I'll probably upgrade to whatever the latest and greatest knock sensor is, if I happen to go that route. Now, here is the FAST XFI pinout, and since I already have it done, my other option is to keep the Casper's box and grab these wires from the pin and pin them to the Holley's connector. But these are some of the things that I'm kind of just throwing around right now. I'm still not 100% sure how I'm going to tackle it, but I figure that you guys be interested in knowing what the train of thought behind it is. Next thing is the harness for the coils, which I've already kind of messed with a little bit. But pretty much this is for a V8. It's got 4 coils per side and they're numbered. So all I'm going to do is get rid of number 8 and number 7, which on this one's already separated. So that's what this part looks like. I'm also kind of considering just leaving those there, because you never know. Maybe I'll swap my car. But yeah, it comes with some instructions and for later. And then that brings us to these. These are my ignition coils, or the new ignition coils. I have 6 of these. Bam! These are the ones that are plug and play, well, sort of plug and play with the harness that I showed you earlier. A little bit of instructions, obviously for later. And then we have the coil itself, which is actually really nice because it's got this laser etching here. I'm sure Damien will leave a comment because I was really surprised when I saw this. Because to be honest, I thought these were all made in the same place and the sticker was stuck on them. But anyways, it says in the box that these are Canadian. Hopefully these are better than Chinese ones, eh? It also comes with a connector just in case you gotta mate it. But again, I bought the harness without the connector just in case. Or I bought the harness with the connector. So anyway, that's pretty much the lowdown on the parts that I've gotten so far. I still got to get the Pro Dash, the harness that comes with that, the power harness that I mentioned earlier that I got to order, a bunch of connectors and a bunch of wires, and that'll be in the next video. So I'm going to say that this is going to be Holley unboxing part 1. Next one you get to see the Pro Dash, all the parts that come with it, and so on and so forth. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe.